welcome to the Entrepreneur Experts Cafe, sponsored by Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel. I'm Kimberly Kraup, your host and the creator of the Facebook community Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel, a community by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs, helping entrepreneurs and experts get their business to the next level. Come join the community at www.entrepreneursrocketfuel.com/Facebook and join the conversation. Today, I'm going to interview Joyce Wheeler. Joyce Wheeler is an expert on natural living. Joyce, welcome to the Entrepreneur Experts Cafe.
Thank you for having me, Kimberly.
Super glad to have you here. We had a great conversation the other day, and I'm like, oh, you're going to be amazing on our little podcast here. So I'm really glad you were able to show up with us today. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you became an expert in natural living.
Well, it actually started back in 2008 when my husband got sick. He was misdiagnosed. It turned out that he was actually, what was making him sick was the silver fillings in his mouth, which contained mercury. So he had mercury poisoning, and we found that out. And he had a friend who was in the natural holistic industry, and she gave a protocol for detoxing, which helped him to get better. Once he had the fillings out, he started getting even better. And we just started looking into more of a holistic natural lifestyle and changed our life around. And once we did that, his health skyrocketed 150%.
Okay.
So, we just went this lifestyle for us, and took us 2 years to get to that point that we wanted to be. And we're happy to be here.
Fantastic. All right. So how do you help your clients when they come to you? What normally do they have? Are they suffering in some way, or are they frustrated, or is it mental or physical?
It's pretty much all the above. Some of them aren't even dealing with any kind of issue. They just want to have a better quality of life naturally and learn how to do things holistically for themselves without the Western medicine.
And do you do that through a methodology of what foods they eat and a diet, or do you do it with products and services? How do you help them?
Well, I do have a podcast and I do have a YouTube channel, so I talk to them through that. I have a blog, I talk to them through that, and I do have products. I have organic skincare products, which I formulate myself. I also have crystals and crystal jewelry. We have a small line of essential oils. So there's a variety of ways that I contact with my audience and that I help them. We've actually had people come to our house, and we've helped them to detox and given them, advice as to what to do. Of course, I can't diagnose or cure anything. I am not a health practitioner. I'm not a doctor. The advice that I give is purely from the years of research that I've done, and for the change that I've seen that's made in my lifestyle and my husband's health.
Yeah, I think if there are alternatives and you can work forward into making sure that you're using something as natural as possible, I mean, that's what the world was designed for when it was first designed, right?
Right. I mean,
the life on earth.
Right. I mean, for thousands of years, people lived using herbs and using natural things to heal themselves. And along comes Western medicine. And to me, I see it that they just screw things up because they're not helping anybody. They're putting a Band-Aid on it. Our body has to, if there's something wrong in the body's saying, help me. I need help. Find out what's wrong with me. And, pharmaceutical drugs have their place, but it shouldn't be long term. Get the body balanced, get it to where it's stable, and then find out where the problem is.
And is it through eating, or is it through, you mentioned that you have lotions and things like that. Crystals also, is it a combination that really works out?
Oh, it's definitely a combination, and it's totally a lifestyle change. Okay. And it can be overwhelming. I do have a download on my website for where they can have like a small checklist of things that they can start to do to have a better quality of life naturally, and they're baby steps. Because if you try to do everything all at once, you're going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to want to do it. And there also could be a financial burden in there.
That's very powerful and very real. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, I can't dive into that or whatever. If you can take one step at a time and see like how this affects you and that affects you, and then move forward in that, it can be very, very effective to incorporate. It's a process, right? Everything is a process of this. Well, wonderful. You mentioned a podcast and a website. Can you tell us if people want to work with you more directly, how can they do that?
Well, they can contact me at Heavenly Bodies 7 heavenlybody7@gmail.com. And it's the number 7, not the word.
That's heavenlybody7, number 7, @gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome.
And they can visit my website at hborganicskincare.com.
Can you spell that out?
HB,
Be
like a boy,
Okay.
organicskincare.com.
Okay, HB, organicskincare.com.
Right.
Really cool.
They can also go, our YouTube channel is called Natural Bliss. And we are also on Patreon and Anchor. I think it's HM. So on Anchor, it's really cool because you can go ahead and just listen to the podcast on various platforms.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I'm super excited that you were here and carved time out of your day to be with us, Joyce. You've given us a lot of really cool insight and information. Before we let you go, any final words for our crew?
Stay healthy.
Ooh, that was good. Nice and tight. Stay healthy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kimberly Crow with the Entrepreneur Experts Cafe. We've been here with Joyce Wheeler today. I'll see you next time. I'm Kimberly Crow. Cheers.